Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Scott, Nikki was here, I see. Buddy woke her up. And who else? Tommy. How you guys doing? And gal. Guys and gals? Anyway, didn't sleep a bunch last night. I got a tooth that's giving me a little bit of aggravation. But anyway, so I don't think this is going to be, of course, I say this every time, not going to be a long one, I don't think. I still got to get still got to get the kayak disassembled and put on the roof of the truck, um, and everything packed up. I've got a box over here. That black one there is full of stuff for the kayak, and then fishing poles behind me, and the stuff that's on the kayak. Got to take off the fish finder, the solar panels, the stand for the canopy for the solar panel, all that kind of stuff. The battery box, everything's got to come off, and then set it up there, tie it down, put it. Kids are going to help me do it after I get done with the live stream, and get everything. Probably have two, maybe three of these black boxes, and then of course what everybody's going to be taking. I told my wife to tell the girls, take one medium-sized suitcase, put all their stuff in one. We're going to take one, and then my in-laws will take a small, I hope, small bag. Hey, what are you doing, brother? How's it going? Hey, Craig, how are you? But yeah. So otherwise, been figuring out a couple of things. Oh, I had to redo it again. They rejected me twice on my 90-day, and then Monday was a holiday. I had sent it in on or re sent it in on Friday, and then they got back probably yesterday afternoon. I just didn't check my mail, so I got that done. It's a piece of cake. I was just there. I know exactly what I did wrong now. Now I took a picture of or printed the the filling out the paperwork you fill out because it's nothing. It's your address, who has the book on the house or whatever, their phone number, your name, your passport book or your passport number, and that's pretty much it. It takes maybe 5 minutes. It takes me 5 minutes because I have to look. I don't know my address by heart, but I wasn't putting one thing on there that was uh, I didn't put I missed one thing, so now at least I know. So now I've done it like five times, So it is a piece of cake, and it's from what I heard from what Andrew told me, and I got to find out. I forgot to tell my wife that too. Is that they had stopped being able to get your passport or your visa here in Surin. You had to drive still to Surin, but the one that was an hour away, which was a new building too. Well, I guess they rechanged that. Of course, what Andrew told me, and now they do it here. So we'll see. I was going to check on that if I had to go in and get my 90-day, but I didn't have to do that. Oh, let's see. Then I was doing putting the pricing together for the my custom drawing on the garage. It's basically 21 wide by 16 deep, two windows on one side, two windows on the other, a man door, a 3 meter by three, basically 10 by 10 roll up door. And I'm getting a price on both electric, automatic, and manual. But it's quite a bit of difference. My wife had found out, or the guy that's the nephew, the cousin, or whatever he is, was 1,500 baht a square meter, which puts the door at like 13,000 for a manual, and then it went to a different, which I'm trying to put the budget together now, but Uh, it was what did I say? Come on, what did I say? It was 3 by 3. 3 times 3 is 9 times 1,500. Yeah, 13,500, and then I've got another price coming for from a door manufacturer in Buriram to find out. Hey, Ron, how you doing? Um, and see how much it is installed for both. They're going to give me a price both ways, but according to him, we have 9 times 3,500, 31,000. It's almost about 3 times as much for the electric. So am I that lazy? Yeah, but I don't know if I want to spend the money. I did a breakdown. I think I can get it done pretty cheap. Probably about 4,000. Well, I had the roof top, and it's not going to be anything metal roof. It was the one across the street. But I am going to put a ceiling in the garage with insulation, air conditioning, workbenches, that type of thing. Uh, so I still haven't gotten a firm price on the electric, and I didn't put together a firm price on the painting of the building. Um, I did get a price on the floor paint, epoxy. I figure I'll paint the floor that way. I don't have any worries with that. And yeah, so I think between 4 and 5 thousand US dollars. But like I said, I already had and I paid them to move the thing over there. But even if I include that, 14,000 baht, I think, is what I paid, or 12,000 baht to have them actually disassemble it, take it over to the lot, to our land now, and put it in foundations underneath the 4 posts, and made sure it was good and high and everything. So even at that, I still think I'll meet the between 4 and 5 thousand US dollars. So around 150, 160,000 baht, which is nothing. I mean, and that includes the steel in the slab, and and everything. Like I said, I put in 10,000 baht for the electric, but he has to pull the electric out there. So I don't know. Hey Ryan, how you doing? Um, I don't know. I don't know exactly how much it's going to be, because right in front of the way it's laid out is right in front of the garage. There's another cover. That's where the trailer is going to go, and then my truck will go in the roll-up door side, and then I'll basically have 10 foot wide by or 11 foot, 12 foot wide by 16 foot of work area, bench along one side where the windows are, some shelving, a rolling table in the middle of it, so that way you can kind of see in these crude drawings something like this. There'll be a bench here, there'll be a couple of racks here, and then a rolling table workbench type thing in the middle. So it'll make life a lot easier. And it's what is the height on that table? A little table. It's only 6 foot by basically 3 foot wide, and 2.5 feet high. Uh, so it's yeah, it's not a huge. This is one from Lasada, is where I got the prices, and the windows came from all this stuff. Was all the ceiling, the concrete, all the metal, and everything that he material, the block, the everything except for 2Q of sand, and the 3Q that he needs for the of concrete in the truck, and that's basically about 18 to 2,000 a Q on the concrete. So I figured that in, but I was about 25,000 baht was for everything: the windows, the door, not the roll up door, uh, the ceiling, the all the concrete block, all the concrete that he needed, all the steel he needed, all the screws, whatever, welding, whatever he needed. They broke it down. My wife has the one that built my. If you guys saw the cabinetry work that he did in my kitchen, and he also did a big giant um, wardrobe closet and everything in the bedroom. His wife works at Thai Wazadu, so what the cousin had written up. My wife sent it over to her on the phone, and then took her about 2 days to put it, because it was a lot of crap. 2 days to put everything together. So, Dave, did you lose a bet on what? What did I lose a bet on? No one commented on the shirt yet. No, my wife. She got me these shirts are really. I like the shirts, not particularly the cat one. Real thin, um, lightweight. I had her buy me 6 or 7 of them. A couple of them have koi fish and some other stuff on them, but no, I didn't. I didn't lose a bet. To her, maybe. I wore it one day when I went to the wedding, Joe's wedding, and then I wore a different one, a white koi one, for the actual wedding day. But hey, Maui, how you doing? Glad you could make it. But no, I didn't. So anyway, so I don't know. Like I said, for even if it runs $5,000 US, damn, I don't even think you could get a 16 by 20 slab with any kind of footings or anything for $5,000 US in the States, let alone build it. Now it's going to be a simple block, deal. The only thing that I'm going to put in is that ceiling in there and insulation up there, because I'm going to run an air conditioner. That also included a 24,000, a 2-ton um, air conditioning unit installed too. But like I said, it's still off a little bit on the, or I don't know, I'm guessing on the electrical, because I'm going to have them put the bench across the one side. I'll have them put plugs put 4 of them there, put a lot of plugs around, but it'll all be surface mounted. So it should be really easy to do. And lighting, stuff like that, and the air conditioner. And then he'll be pulling power from here, so it will be on the solar. So we'll see. I'm hoping when we do um, the 1 bedroom or mom and dad's house there, that'll also be off of this and on the solar. So we'll see. But anyway, I got a tooth that's really bugging the crap. It kept me up most of the night. If you can tell, I'm a little tired. I don't know if you can tell or not. That's right. You're in Colipe. There's a bunch of you there, right? David's there, and CJ's there too, I think. Oh, he's got a whole crew. So we're leaving Saturday morning at sunrise, about 6 o'clock, and I think it's about a 6-hour drive to the resort. So it'll take us 7.5 by the time we stop and pee and eat, and we're gonna have the dogs with us, so we won't be we're not gonna break any speed records, that's for sure. Yeah, it does. But I'm gonna break the kayak down, and I've got till Friday night basically to get it done. So if because it's been getting a little warm here, I almost and I am gonna go in the pool today, but I'll be able to get a nap in for a couple hours, I hope. Thanks God. But yeah, so hopefully on the garage, hopefully I'll get that done. I did take some video yesterday of that, so I'll probably try to put something out uh, probably tomorrow morning on that shows you that the cover and that where the garage is, and I'm imagining it'll probably take about, I'm gonna guess, 2 or 3 weeks to probably get it done, and I'll take some video of that, I'm gonna try to keep a fairly good pricing on what everything ends up being, because people that have land or something, they might want to put up a garage. I know I've wanted a garage since I've been here. I just don't have any room on this property. I could have taken up the whole front area where the carport is, what I call a carport, and enclosed that and made a garage out of that. But it would have been small, and then there wouldn't have been, the wife wouldn't have been able to park her car or anything. So we did go by Ford. I took my truck there. The automatic part of the sliding bed stopped working, and I guess they ordered a part for it because we took it in a month and a half ago or something, and it was in. Took it in yesterday, and they sent them the wrong part or something, so they got to reorder it. Not that it's a big deal. You could still open it from the inside. You just pull the gate down, and the button's right there. Hey Jake, how you doing? I didn't see the nuts here. Did I miss the nut? I must have. And the net, wherever you are. Did I miss anybody else as I'm sitting here rambling? I might have. Ryan, when are you going to be back in Thailand? I got to try to. I might try to meet up and go to Vietnam with Chuck and Daz and whoever's in their little thing. But I'm only going to be able to fly in and stay maybe 3 or 4 days and fly out by myself. I'm not going to, but I don't know yet. It depends on how much stuff and how far along I am on this. I don't want to leave in the middle of this because it'll never get frickin' done if I do. Either that or I could hire Kenny to come over and supervise. He does a better job than I do. Did I miss anything? Okay, I see the net now. And Jake saying hi to everybody. Sorry to hear what from Ron. What was that? What happened to Ron? So that was meaningless. I can't follow everything. I'm horrible. Like I said, man, I'm in a daze right now. So we'll see how quick. I think I've got everything for the kayak ready to go. It ought to be interesting, depending on. They get a lot of rain on and off there, but that's not going to be It's not a big deal for me, except for if it starts pouring and fills the kayak up with water. I do have some big sponges to soak up the water as a bailing device. But if it just, if it's just sprinkling, I'm more worried about the seas, the ocean, how rough it is. But we'll see. Hopefully, I'll be there 7 days, so hopefully I'll get be able to do some fishing and get a good reading on everything that I want to get a reading on. How fast that trolley motor goes, how many amps it pulls, how how's the charging with that one solar panel and all that kind of crap. Hey Gino, how you doing? Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a tooth now, and my teeth are shitty. Ever since this one was in the hospital or got sick, and that's 7 years ago or more, um, I neglected them the whole time I was with her for a year, and I'm going to need some massive dental work, and but I did put it off for a long time because of COVID and shit. So now it's just I got to get in and do it, but it's going to be a massive undertaking. So I'm not looking forward to that. But yeah, I do. I do need to take better care of myself. But we were just playing with the dogs. We got the person that was going to take 7 of them is now taking 10 of the dogs. So they're all gone now. They're going to come while we're gone, I think, on the 18th. So I'll make sure that Caesar's marked up and spray painted or something. So, because the cousin's coming from Ubon, the one that actually is a caretaker at the house in Ubon, the one that has the motorcycle or the scooter place. And he's the one that comes. We've done it 3 times, I think. He's come every time. So they're paying an extra 200 baht each for the dogs because they were supposed to pick them up yesterday, and they didn't. And then they added on 3 of them, and so they gave my wife a deal. So we're giving the uncle or the cousin the extra 200 to 2,000 baht for the 10 dogs, and he's happy about that. So we moved the Thai kitchen. They moved everything out of the Thai kitchen. It has a fan, and they put in two more. I bought 3 fans. They got 3 fans in there, and uh, they made that whole area for puppies. So he'll be taking care of them. So, but when we get back, when we'll leave, there's going to be 14. Well, actually, the other 2 haven't went. There's going to be the 13 puppies, but when we get back, there's only going to be Caesar and 2 other ones that are going to family members. So you and family members. I'm not afraid of the ocean. I'm afraid. One of gator shakes. Yeah, crocodiles coming to get me. Yeah, I don't know if they have that. I know in Costa Rica, it was quite where I was at. They were in the water. But I went in the ocean damn near every day. But over in where I was in Hermosa Beach, uh, they were seen there quite often. But they pretty much stayed on top of it. I mean, they almost had people watching, and they would put it up on Facebook or the internet, you know. Yeah, that wouldn't be a very fun thing. Yeah, aloha shirt, cat shirt. I wore it one day, I think, in at Joe's wedding. Your wife liked it, I think. I got what has she got me? She got me 2 Sokran, even more wild than this one shirts. So yeah, exactly, exactly. I did, uh, but yeah, you ought to be used to loud. When I went, I had a buddy of mine, or I have a buddy of mine that went to Hawaii to get married, and it was the middle of summer. I was working 18 hours a day, and it was hard to get away. He said, you know, I want you to be there. I want you to be there. So me and another friend said, all right, I'm coming for 3 days. Here's the deal. If the marriage doesn't last 6 months, I want my money back for the money that I lost for not working and what it cost me to get there. He just laughed, but he ended up getting divorced, I think, before 6 months. So, but the me and him didn't have anything. You know, we just threw some stuff together and got on. It was on Kauai, the that river that goes up to that marriage spot. I think it's quite famous or whatever. But we bought shorts and these loud Hawaiian outfits as soon as we got there. And we got there like, you know, 3 o'clock in the morning or something. The flight got us there. But yeah, it was. I wonder whatever happened to that. Somebody's got pictures somewhere of me and him, and they were matching too. It was freaking hilarious. But I do like that loud, some of that loud stuff. Scott's saying I lived 73 to 81. My now Nikki, the I think I've told you guys a story about this one's mom passed away. Her dad passed away first, then her mom passed away. Her sister had a baby. She was an alcoholic, and mom and dad took the baby, Nikki, and she was, I think, 11 or 12 when we took her because her mom passed away. So we took her in, and she ended up going to college on Oahu, uh, and loved that she was there for 3 years. She got her nursing degree, and good kid. It was just like she was my kid too, just like these kids here now are my kids. So she had the same as the other one. If you go to, you know, if you go to school and just work, you don't have to work 20 hours a day, but you know, work like she worked at Taco Bell and helped going through and stuff like that. And then of course we helped her and got her insurance and car and stuff like that. Now she's in Colorado and doing extremely well. Uh, but yeah, I like the Hawaii. We always went to Maui, which would kind of be a bummer now after all that devastation that they went through. We used to, I don't know if you probably know, Gino, we always stayed at the Westin right there on the golf course um, in Maui. Loved that hotel. and I don't know if that was affected by it or not. I only saw it and I didn't even want to read about it or look at it. I put it out of my mind. It was our favorite spot, me and this one. I think we went there 5 or 6 times, I think. Yes, I got out of the Marines from Beirut. I stayed in Hawaii, went back to school. I met my future wife. Cool. We have 36 years. Wow, that's freaking awesome. Now that we came back home, she's making her home with the holiday. Yeah, the new Caesar. And Caesar's he's gonna be a good one. You want to go outside, don't you, boy? Huh? He's smart like this one. This one's extremely intelligent, and I wish I could have spent more time. You want to go out? You want to go out? Okay, let me let him out. He likes to come in here because it's air conditioned. Yeah, yeah, he is, and I think they're going to be a little bit bigger too. For some reason, I think they've got more of his genes in them than mom's. But yeah, and he's smart too because I think I told you on the last live stream they had moved the where they were bedding down to get out of the sun and into some shade and over here and over there. And he was the only one that got out of the cage because the cage has you know, an entry you got to go up and over, and got out and went all the way around our house. Not that there's a lot, and found the place over on the other side of the house where he was originally born, looking for them, and they weren't there. So he's a smart one. Hey, Lewis, how you doing? Glad you could make it, Tommy. But yeah, so kayak, roof of truck, hopefully today. Everything dismantled in the back of the truck, ready to go. We'll be loaded up by Friday night, and then we'll be leaving uh, 6 a.m. sunrise on Saturday morning. And it should be. I'm going to bring, like I said, I'm bringing 3 cameras. I'm bringing my laptop. I'm bringing the lights. I'm bringing the microphone. I'm pretty much bringing everything. So I'll probably do live streams from there, maybe outside like I did last year or the year before in Ko Chang, and I'll get a lot of video because they'll be going to the. Even if I don't go to the seafood market, I'll give the cameras to the kids, say, and my wife, and say, you know, have at it, and they'll take a some bunch of footage. Simplify, yes, they are. You bet. Uh, what's that, sir? Hey, Daz, what's happening? Your ears burning? I'm trying. I'm trying to figure out a way to crash your guys' party there in Vietnam for 3 or 4 days. I talked to Chuck the other day, and I got to figure it out. I'm trying to build this garage and doing the breakdown on it. So it's going to all depend basically how much how far they are along in building it and whether I want to take off or not. Because I know if I take off, it ain't going to get done. It won't happen. But yeah, you're here, right? I know that I don't know if you're in Tat Phnom, but I know that I'm pretty sure you're here. And yeah, in fact, I know you're here in Thailand. Um, but it would have been good. But I don't know. I'll try to. I'm going to try to get over. I don't know how long you're staying this time, but I'm going to go over and meet Cabo and some people want to get together for a little meeting again type thing and put something up right after Sokran, probably after you guys get back from Vietnam. Make sure you have the kayak, you have string attached to all the bits. Yeah, I've got tethers for everything, pretty much everything. Yeah, and hopefully that don't happen. But you never know, right? Eventually it will happen. Hey, Mitch, saying hi to everybody. But so I'm planning on going there. I don't know how long you're planning on staying. Been here 2 weeks heading to the airport now. Okay, cool. Very cool. And then when are you going back? Are you gonna be are you gonna be in Pattaya after all, through the month of May, or are you going back before then? Um, but yeah, so I won't hopefully let stuff float away. I've got everything pretty much on tethers, uh, and I've even got floating stuff for the. I don't know if you can see the. These are the trolling poles, and I even got little. They're noodles. I bought them. I didn't make them. And I go overboard on everything. But I've got floating deals for that. Got two other rods that I'm taking six rods and a bunch of tackle. So it's till mid-June. Okay, usually 3 months. Okay, cool. Then we'll definitely meet up. I'll probably let Mitch know because he's allergic to sarin. Anytime he wants to come here, bad things happen to him. So I think we're going to give up on that. So I'll tell him and we'll meet up in Pattaya. All right, Al, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'll come for, I don't know, I might come for like 5, 6 days. Because every time I come, I don't stay long enough and I don't get a chance to do everything that I want to do. And a lot of that's just laying around in a 4 or 5 star hotel getting waited on, because that's basically my vacations is when I go do that. Although my wife might go. She went last time for, I think we were there for, I was there for 4 days, and I think her and the kids came over for 2 or 3 days. So they might do that again. I got to see. I didn't even look and see if I haven't answered any of my comments either. So I'm going to try to do that after I get done with this. I think I said that the other day too. Um, I try to answer them all, and they might. I haven't done that many videos and shit, so there shouldn't be that many. Shouldn't be that many comments. What did I? I just saw a movie that you might like. Gino's um, that guy that's in. I forget his name now. The guy that's in Star Trek, the movies, the newest movies, the head Captain Kirk, that character. He was a SEAL, and he hurt his knee or something, tore his knee up, and had to do drugs for that. And then when they drugs tested him, then they ended up taking away his pension and everything else, and he ended up going mercenary. And it's a pretty good movie. I just watched it last night. I don't remember the name of it, of course. I think it was on. Trying to think what it was on. I think it was on though Paramount Plus. I don't think it's on Google. I mean on Netflix. I'll have to find out. He'll be in Da Nang. Yeah, if I do go, I won't go until after. Well, actually, I get back on the 21st. Yeah, I'll actually probably be there. Actually, if I go, that's when I'll be going because I get back from our 7 day family vacation on the 20th or the 21st. So if I did that, I would fly out right after that. And yeah, I'll keep you, I'll let you know. Cool, cool. 19th or 26th, that'll be fun. Jazz was sitting with the hottie. Where was this? Oh, in the show. I almost watched that. I didn't watch it. It came up, and I haven't seen it. And I still, one of these days, maybe if I go this next time, I still have not walked down Walking Street or went into any bars like that, like you see on YouTube or anything. Closest thing I came to was I met Rob 20 Seconds in Thailand at that little bar, White Horse Inn or whatever the hell it was, twice, and had 2 beers. And the gals were not to say anything against them, but they were like 50. And I got there early. They were all putting on their makeup, so I got to see before and after. But there was only like 3 or 4 gals there. But I never been around that, and I didn't. I wasn't privy to it until I came to Thailand. And thank God, because if I knew about it when I was younger, I'd probably be dead. I would have came over here and blew all my money and never left and been gone. Um, just pray I can make it to the visit. He's threatening me with a sledgehammer. Yeah. That. When are you headed there? When are you going that way? I've been to Surin 15 times. Yeah, exactly. That could be. That could be for sure. Uh, Jake saying alone is the tie firm. Okay, I think I'm good. So that's the gist. Like I said, I'm gonna definitely try to keep it at under an hour or an hour today. Like I said, I just feel like shit. Um, you'll have to leave. Yeah, we're definitely gonna come that way. Actually got a a call from Joe actually yesterday. He said that he hadn't had a chance to thank me for coming to the wedding, and very cordial. And he wanted me to tell everybody on here that he hasn't done much videos and he hasn't done much while his kids were there. The kids are gone. He doesn't mean to neglect anybody. If anybody was trying to get a hold of him or whatever, that he was just busy. But uh, yeah, so we're he want. I've been promising him to bring Nitnoy there from when he did that first video of me. What was it? 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and I've been threatening to for us to go that way. And I did talk to her about it afterwards, and she might try to get it. What we'll do is we'll probably fly into Hua Hin and rent a car, and maybe we'll come and see you guys, and then we'll go and spend a few days in Pachua, and then come back to Hua Hin and fly out. Is what's in my mind. I have no idea on dates or anything. Craig with a chainsaw. What could go wrong? Who said that? Yeah, no shit, right? Um, tell your letter opening story. Need to do a video. He does. You guys all do way too many. You do what you should be doing, especially people like Paul. That's trying. He's going full blast. In case you guys don't follow him, you should watch his eating videos. He's doing it as a form of working. That's his job now. But anybody that's doing that, you should be putting videos out. That's the way you do it. I'd stop doing it. But like I said, we're still teetering. I have to look. Let me look real quick. Uh, I think we went down below 27, 27, 2,700, if I'm not mistaken. But let's see. Come on. I hate this damn. Mm-mm. I got to get a new mouse. This mouse is just, it's gone. YouTube Studio. Let's see. Come on. Yeah, 2,699. One plus one in the last 28 days. So, but like I said, that isn't the major thing now for what the channel is. It's a place for us to just sit and bullshit. And about, in case somebody's watching it, 90% of the stuff is Thailand. If you want to, Bear's back. If you want to jump in, by all means, anybody's welcome in the chat. Let me let Bear back in. It's hot out, I think. Come on. Come on. Jake will be glad to see it. You want to shake my hand? Shake. Good boy. Smart. How about the other one? That's a good boy. Um, yeah, there you go. Thanks, Jake, for putting that up. Because I know I saw his video recently, and he's doing it full time now. So, heading to credit the 4th or 5th of May. Okay, cool. Yeah, he is. he's a good boy, man. I'll tell you. I Now since the gates are all open, now he's back to my door that leads out of my bedroom to the the I guess it's a balcony, but that overlooks the pool and the koi pond on the way to the man cave. He used to stay there all night waiting for me, and then when I get up in the morning, he would follow me and come out here and stay in and out like this all day. He goes and visits with his girlfriends and comes back, but he's a good dog. Let's see. I am going to bring the drone with me too, and I'm going to teach Sim how to use it. That four Mini 4 is freaking awesome. I still haven't figured out everything, but I think I'll have it follow me, and then she could do it. She could change the batteries if I'm out for a while, and we'll get a bunch of drone footage too, just for the hell of it. But the yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. Now I'll probably get there, and of course I'll. Oh, I didn't bring my camera. Oh, I forgot the. But I want to get into it because I kind of miss editing more than the videos themselves. I mean, I enjoy doing the videos too. So I just got to get back in it. It could be because I haven't felt the greatest in the world too. So we'll see. Except for the now with this was this tooth. Otherwise, I feel pretty good. Eat food. I'm in for that, man. Yeah, what did I do? I made a big pot of sauce with those same tomatoes. I ordered three of those cans. I made two of them, and then put them in. And I made meatballs too, and that all turned out pretty good. The beef that my wife got me, I made them half beef, half pork. The meatballs, and they turned out pretty good. They're not bad. But and I don't know what I'm going to eat when I'm away. I'm going to be in the middle of. I think I don't think I'll see a white or Farang face around. Maybe in the seafood market, but it's definitely a Thai resort. I don't know if I think I did say something. They did put a pool in, so that'll be interesting. But we'll have to see how it goes. But it'll still be fun. I'm doing it to relax too. My wife needs a little time off and relaxing too, so it should be fun. Oh, what they can, yeah, a dangerous weapon. But yeah, so that's basically the gist. Not much happening after that. When I do get back, if the building's not up, and I could get, because I guess you got to apply for your visa for Vietnam ahead of time. Gino probably knows more about that if he's going. So a couple of things I got to check into. But like I said, I first of all, I don't want to spend a fortune on the. I want to do it as cheap as possible, and I think for under 5,000 US dollars is free. With air conditioning and workbenches and lighting and shelving and ceiling insulation. If I can do that, I mean, like I said, I'm going to document it pretty well. A lot of the other stuff was kind of I tried and tried, but it got really caught up in. Oh, somebody's here. My mother-in-law take my dishes from this morning, and Bear. So he's probably going to feed him. But it and it'll be a real garage. Like I said, the main area where I can work, I'll have a rolling table, almost like Mitch would know what I'm talking about, a sheet metal table type thing, except smaller. It's only going to be 6 foot long and 3 foot wide, with a shelf underneath, and that way I can move it around. Then a shelving along the back wall, under the windows on the side, workbench type stuff. I might get some from Lasada, or I might have actually Andrew's guy. He makes those big thick wood tables I've seen at Andrew's place. A little video he showed me. He's doing some work there too. I might have him just make me a workbench out of awesome thick wood. So we'll see. But all that stuff, I've kind of got it figured in. The only thing on the roll up door, like I said, it's like 13,000 for a manual and 30,000 for a electric. So how lazy am I? We'll have to see. That has yet been shown. But for 20,000 baht, I think I can pull if it's chain or whatever. I mean, I don't take my truck in and out that much anyway. If I'm going around town, I'm on the scooter. If I go for anywhere for 2 or 3 days and I'm by myself, I'll probably be on the bike. So I don't know. We'll have to see. Hey, thanks, Jake. Yeah, that was a good interview, right? I liked it. And Joe and Giff did a good job. They're good people. First illegal immigrants, Italian Americans. Yeah, his own Instagram, does he? I've got an Instagram channel and I don't even know how to work the damn thing. Once in a while, I'll post something by accident, because somebody, oh, so and so became following you or whatever, and I'll click on it. It'll bring me to Instagram, and I'm going, wow, and I'll try to do something, and I'll get aggravated, and then all of a sudden, somebody will send me something when so and so liked your photo. I said, what photo? I guess I put a photo. I don't know. I don't know how to work that internet shit. We're sending a special care package to you too for helping us with Caesar too. All right, cool. Yeah, and I talked to my wife, and we're taking the other light colored puppy with us, and the lady is on the way. My wife said, because I said I want to get Caesar's shots too, and she said better to wait when they come if they're going to be here for a couple of days and when we're home, or at least when I get back, because she said that you should. I don't know, like you think I should know after they get their shots that there should be somebody around, and only the cousin will be here. So I don't want to take any chances, that the Caesar gets sick or something. What's that? Toon? Okay. Yeah, Toon showed up. He was supposed to be here yesterday to help me with the kayak. So we'll probably either he'll be done or the day that you guys are going to come, I'll take him down there to get a shot. So I'll let you know. Let's see. Andy just landed in Thailand. Cool, yeah, definitely, Andy. he's amazing, man. He just had open heart surgery, didn't he? Big giant. Yeah, he's way better shape than I am. A derogatory term today's woke world as an Italian whose great grandfather immigrated from Palermo, Sicily. Saw a lot of people with water written on their truck back. Yeah, they did. Coming through. You're talking about in like Ellis Island type things, Mitch, I'm imagining. That's where all my family came in. Like I said, mine, when they came, half came to America and half went to Australia. So I still got to make it to Australia. My mom wanted me to go big time. I've only met one. We had one kid back then. We had the bar in Simi Valley, and he was 17, 18 years old, I think. And now he's like 50. He's got family of his own. He might even have grandkids. I don't even know. But anyway, he's the only one. But I've got like 50, 80 relatives there. And it'd be a good place to go. And to Italy. She wanted me to go to Italy with her. Probably should have went in hindsight, right? Half Sicilian and half thing. Names don't faze me. Yeah, it don't faze me either. Don't call you late for dinner. That's my motto, as you can tell. Do you think John told right? And they go to each yeah, I'm sure they will. You just got to ask them. I don't think anything. I think they're doing their own things. Eventually, I think the biggest thing is sometimes it's hard to go. I'm easy going. I mean, I can go traveling with probably pretty much anybody because I don't really give a shit, on what to do. And it's easier for me if my wife's not there because I don't have my wife chiming in on, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that. So eventually, I don't really think there's any hard feelings. To tell you the truth, anything beyond that, I would say you'd have to ask them. I'm full asshole if I'm drinking. Uh, but let's see. Uh, but yeah, so uh, we'll see on the Vietnam thing. I hope I can swing it, but like I said, trying to do this garage as cheap as possible because we still got to get the stuff moved from the other house. I'm talking about my wife's or my in-laws' place, out of there into the garage temporarily. I'd say temporarily with a stern voice, and get in there, clean up everything, paint it, get it sold, and then get 1,000,000 baht put back in my Dave Wants a Harley account, and uh, hopefully we'll get 2.5 or so for it. And I'd like to see mom and dad get a couple 100,000 put aside for them in case they want to do something. Then we'll build the house, put the wall up, put the driveway in, but up until now I've been paying for all of it. So we'll see. Hey Paul, I was just telling everybody how they need to subscribe to you. You're doing full time, so uh, I'll good luck. Good luck. You're on the right track. Just got to do a shitload of videos, man. Um, do shorts too. I don't know if I don't think I get. Have you done a bunch of shorts? Do a bunch of shorts. Every chance you get if you're walking around with your camera. There's a truck going by. Look, a dog in the street. Anything. It's weird the way people subscribe and what it does. And actually, Bobby's not here, but Bobby says he gets a crap load of subscribers. I haven't, but I've heard it from more than just Bobby, because they'll do it. Then they'll look at your channel and go, "Oh, this is interesting," and they'll subscribe. So definitely try that if you're not doing it now. I don't know if you haven't. I only know I haven't got notified of too many of them. Bobby and Jai, they do 3 a day. So, like I said, it's pretty easy if you're just anything. I get things I think are, oh, this is an interesting thing. It gets 10 views. Dog walking in water, 5,000 views. It's weird, but definitely try it. Yeah, but what it does is it'll get you, and they will be. You can eventually. They got a new things coming out, but basically to get you subscribers, and the more views you get, obviously, you know that. But Simi Valley, yeah, I did. My buddy that's in Phoenix now, my Italian buddy, uh, he he lived in Westlake for his sister still does, and he lived there for 20 years, I think, and his wife that he's with now. But yeah, stomping grounds. I rode a lot out there in Westlake and Thousand Oaks, and lot. That's where Randy's from, is Thousand Oaks, too. So you tired there, boy? He's got a big ass bell around his neck now. So okay, let me see. I think I'm all cut up. So that's my dad, also a Gino. There are two kind of peoples in the world: Italian people that wish they were, of course. Which are you? He was from Northern Italy. My buddy Louis, he's from Sicily and someplace else, I don't know. Mine is Calabres, and Napolitan is where my family comes from, in case anybody knows. When I went to take care of his place and his air conditioning business in Phoenix. He went to Sicily for 3 weeks. I think I was there. He had a nice place, multi-million-dollar house in Phoenix, a giant pool. It was awesome. Had to drive his what was it, a 500 SL, a $100,000 or more car. It was really weird because it freaked me out. First time I drove it, it turns and when you're leaning, the seat inflates on that side to hold you straight up and down. It was amazing. I had a good time, but some of the pictures he took from Sicily were just gorgeous. My mom got to go there. My mom got to spend quite a bit of time before she got sick. She got to do a lot of stuff with Australia, Italy, a lot of traveling back to the East Coast where our family's in Connecticut. Most of them are in Connecticut. Uh, let's see. Got Caesar a crate and some toys. Yeah, I bet she's gonna go crazy. That's why I got toys all over the place for him now. My wife gets some stuff now. I don't, like I said, the one batch of the ones that are going now, that went from 7 to 10, and so now they're all gone. I don't know if she's gonna do it again or not in Sicily. Southern and Central lands landed in California, not Ellis Island. There were 5 imports during that period. Yeah, and the only ones that came from in my family uh, that came from the East Coast was my grandmother, my grandfather, my uncle Jim, my uncle Joe, and my mom. That was it. No one, everybody else stayed back there, and it's so different having family in on the East Coast and then on the West Coast. Now, when we were young, my Aunt Ange, who's I love to death, I miss her every day, had 7 kids. I was lumped in with them because my mom worked as a waitress, so I was shuffled over there at 5:30 in the morning and spent the whole day and then had to go to school. I thought I was part of that family for years and years. But when she was when she when we first growing up, she was the one that had the plastic runners on the floor. My mom too. Plastic covers on the furniture. The gaudy. My aunt more than my mom. Gaudy high back couches and elaborate chandeliers and all sorts of crap. And she took over. The whole family would get together Christmas, Easter, and we'd have all the fixings except for there was always lasagna. Never, no matter what holiday it was, there was always 1 or 2 pans of lasagna. And both my uncles and my mom worked there. They owned Paisanos on in Hollywood back way back in the day, and he owned restaurants all the way through. I worked as a short order cook when I was 15 or whatever, probably before that, before child labor laws. But I did, and that's why learned from her. And then there was this old chef that she hired at 80, and he had medallions from Spain and France, and he taught me everything that I needed to know about cooking. It was great. But the difference between even today on the East Coast and the West Coast, for the Italian families anyway, they're even like they remind me more of here, Costa Rica and Thailand, the family, and when we were younger, it was like that, and then it just broke up. It's not even vaguely like if someone gets sick in Connecticut, all the families come together and go, okay, I can be with them from this time to this time, and okay, then I can be there from there. I mean, they just still it's two different animals, man. Unbelievable from what happened in Southern California and what still goes on the East Coast. Family still more important there. It went away from when all the I hate to say this, but the marriages weren't Italian, and the other families and so they wanted, oh, we don't want to be bought. We have our own family now. I have my daughters and they have their kids, and and everybody split up. Occasionally, people would get together, but never the same. Never the same. Not like the East Coast. That's for sure. Supers from Ireland. Yeah. Did you experience that too, though? You guys, anybody that has family? It doesn't matter whether you're Italian, but just family on the East Coast. It's like whole a whole different world. I once dated. I went to her grandma's house. They were from New York. Had thick plastic. Yeah, feel like in Florida. Skin when he got up. Yeah, um, it was common practice that our my mom had runners on the carpet and plastic covers on the furniture, and that's just the way it was when I was younger. It seemed like when I left early. I left before 16. I think I might have been 17. Um, but then after that, it kind of got away from that. 20 years in, so 50s, 60s, like 70s, mid 70s, uh, maybe 80s. Uh, most of that stuff went away, except for my aunt. She kept her plastic covers, from what I could remember, always were on her furniture. But we used to usually go there, and then people, like I said, as everybody got older, they had their own, and I understand that. But it would have been nice the big holidays, Easter, Christmas, stuff like that, for the whole family to get together. But, my dad was the youngest, 15. My mom was the oldest of 13. Wow. The plastic protected furniture in the only room in the house we weren't allowed. Yeah, exactly. We were allowed to go through there, but boy, man. And even with plastic runners on the floor, you had to take your shoes off before you walked from the entry hall, kitchen area in my aunt's particular house into the living room. Shoes off, man. If you got caught walking on the plastic with shoes on, we're talking wooden spoons flying left and right. That's how you learned how to dodge flying objects. That's how I learned how to dodge. Because if I'd go in there and I'd pick at the meatballs or something and grab it, and I'd have to run away, and she'd by my head with a wooden spoon, laughing like hell though. Loved my childhood. Loved my childhood. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, just wooden spoons, man. That's all we had too, and we respect that. I mean, it was never disrespected them. I tell you the one thing, man. Well, even my uncles, the whole time we used to go to Bass Lake every year, uh, and they took 3 weeks off. That was their whole vacation. Both my uncles worked all year long just to go to Bass Lake for 3 weeks, and all of a sudden the last time, not the last time, when we turned 13, when we were teenagers, me and my cousin Rich and the ones that were in there, we went out on an aluminum boat, right? And we went over to a spot where there was some crappie and my uncles, and we were having a ball catching fish. And all of a sudden, my uncle Joe and my uncle Jim started talking. F this, you, that son of F, and we're me and Rich are looking at each other. We'd never heard those words come out of their mouth. First of all, I guess it was a rite of passage. We were 13, never in front of any women, ever. I never heard them ever use a curse word until that boat that day, and never heard them again unless we were alone. They never cursed in front of in front of their wives or women. Period. It was amazing. My jaw dropped. My cousin Rich's jaw dropped, and we never heard it. Uh, Got to run early morning day. All right. Hope everything works out. I got to talk to you about that too. My wife had a unit put on her that helped her back. I don't know what everything is. You got to explain to me. Maybe if you get time, write me an email on exactly what you're doing. She had three back surgeries, and then they put in this unit, and it helped her a lot. So let me know. Um, let's see, what did it? Nana was, yeah, 410. She was lucky. Yeah, it was weird, man. When I was growing up, my grandmother passed when I was young. My grandfather when I was real young. But it's weird. I still remember it. I think I was 4, maybe 5 years old, and I had to stand up on a chair next to his bed to be able to get up there, and that's where he died right there. And my grandmother lived not a little while after that, but I almost went ballistic at the not the home, but the place. It was a home, I guess, of some sort that they put her in, and they were treating her for. It was one of those deals where I knew that they were screwing. Wasn't so much my grandmother, but they were screwing the insurance company. They had looked at her feet and gave her bills for, doing this and that. Nothing to do with anything that was wrong with her. And my mother had to intervene because I had the doctor pinned up against the wall, and I was going to do some bodily damage to him. And my mother stopped me, but my grandmother was like that too. She was under 5, I think. Hey James, how you doing? Yeah, I've been. What was I divorced twice, 3 times? Yeah, a lot of people, man. Yeah, devastating thing to go through, especially if you have children. But I always kid around with people. I said in California, you can't even get a driver's license unless you've been divorced at least one time. Um, you were laughing. Yeah, the one person that probably from the Marine Corps, besides my friends, but teacher was was Mr. Rob. Man, he was a drill instructor for the Marine Corps, retired obviously, teaching, and he taught F9. Plus, he taught print shop, and he for some reason thought I was a case that needed, which I did. He was. I mean, I looked up to that man. He could take it. I don't know if you remember those print tables. They were at an incline, and you put the type in there, and that's how you pulled all and set type. Uh, and he used to be able to take his finger like this and wham, and he'd dent the top of that frickin' table. And I had him for the last year in ninth grade. I had him for F9, and then I had him for 3 other classes where I was a TA in his class. And I did a bunch of artwork and stuff, silk screening and stuff like that. And but my thing was he would break one of those rulers by just cracking his wrist from the top of my belt, and that's how he showed all the students what would be in for them if they screwed up in his class. And he had a desk with like 8 drawers, whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, and each one of them had the Black Widow, had a ruler, had all his SWAT paddles, and when you did do something wrong, you had to pick your one, and you didn't know until it opened up what you were going to get. But boy, man, he lit my ass on fire a couple of times, but I never respected anybody more in my entire life. That's why when they took it away, were there assholes out there that were hurting kids on purpose? Sure. But the majority of them, I wouldn't have had no problem with anybody paddling my boy's ass. My daughter, I might have a problem, but with my boy, I wouldn't have. It straightened me up, man. I'll tell you that. You the laughing recruit. Uh, all the Catholic schools. I went to Catholic school, but only for 1 year. Yeah, back of my knuckles. Still, I think my hands will never be the same. Those nuns were brutal, brutal. Um, Scott, I remember first day of boot camp of the Air Force. 17-year-old kids were crying for their moms. Yeah, I think a lot of people weren't ready for what they were walking into. That's for damn sure. But yeah, so a lot of that stuff, the teachers. I don't know if I could do that, man. Now the kids can basically do whatever they want. Not that I was a big, go by straight line. But I mean, I got in a beef with a teacher, got me kicked out of high school, but um, uh, it was his fault, not mine. But well, the way I looked at it was his fault, but I'm sure he looked at it differently. Uh, going. All right, thanks for stopping by. I'm going to go too. It's been here. I am an hour and 10 minutes. Um, I think I'm going to try to go to tunes here. Maybe I should start dismantling the kayak, or at least get him started on it, and do a couple other things. My wife obviously is already gone. I don't even know what time is it. 9:12, 9:15. All right, everybody. My dad had an unbreak Coke bottle over his head. Yeah, I tell you what, man, ruthless. I'll tell you one quick story before I go. I was designated that we had a mother superior, okay, and the lady loved me for some reason. And we had this one kid in my class, and I forget what grade I was in. I think I was in fifth or sixth grade because that was the last year I was there that I went to regular. It had to be fifth grade because I went to sixth grade in regular school before I went to junior high. And this one kid, everybody would tease him. His father told him that when you die, they put you in the ground and worms eat you. So the kids would get a bunch of rubber bands and cut off the end, and they'd chase the kid around and do this and that. So she pulled me aside one day and she said, "Listen, I'm giving you the power to do whatever you want to anybody that tries to bully this kid." I said, "Anything I want?" She said, "Anything you want." She said, "I might have to discipline you, but it won't be a nothing. But I don't want this kid terrorized anymore. He's having a hard time." I said, "Okay." So I befriended the kid. He hung out by me, and I got to kick the shit out of people in the fifth grade. And what she did was everybody else had to go and pick up trash inside the school. I got to go outside the school. So I could go to the 7-Eleven and get a Coke, or I could do whatever I wanted and come back in. As it turned out, I was only there for the 1 year. After that, after we got out of there, I heard through the grapevine she had left the nunhood and got married. So she wasn't up for it either. But some of them were just brutal, man. Some of the stuff you hear, I never experienced. I wasn't an altar boy. I wasn't around, I guess, long enough. So, but I never saw anything, shady going on with any of the priests. The nuns, I think they had shit going with each other. But it was interesting, that's for sure. Let's see. Let's see. Real quick, I'll go through the US. Uncle Sam's children was a great place to grow up. That's all I needed. Yeah, I think I had a lot of friends that actually um, they were the ones that got the choice. Either you go in the service or you go to jail. That was a big thing back in the day, and I'm going to say in the late '60s, early '70s. That was a big thing. If you got in too much trouble, you got the option um, of doing that. Give me a second chance on life. Got me out of. Yeah, and it didn't hurt any of the ones. It did. A couple of the guys that went to Vietnam, they came back just screwed up in the head, but that's a whole different story. But yeah, no better friend, no worse enemy. Yeah, there you go. Um, yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. And like I said, most of the guys that I knew that did it, they were not happy about it when it happened, but fairly happy when they got to go through and learn. Uh, it's the biggest thing. A lot of people that haven't been around anything in their lives, they have a whole different outlook than I do, and I know a lot of people that were around motorcycles and around the service and stuff like that. Is honor and respect. It's almost a I seen it even in my kids. I instilled it in my son, especially, and he went by. But all the kids of that era, my son's like 30 now. They expect everything. They don't. I don't know. I don't know how they do it. How they get through life not respecting and have any kind of honor. I don't understand it. Hey, HK, how you doing? Most of the ones in my school were former frontline. Yeah, there's a lot of them weren't small by any means. All right, it's been an hour and 15 minutes. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for coming in as always. You guys are freaking awesome. We're going to do it again. If I do it again, I'm probably going to do it on Sunday because Saturday we'll be traveling all day. And that might even be, it might be Monday. I don't know. But Monday would be Sunday in the States. Anyway, I'll do it. I'm going to try to do a couple of, at least 2 lives from the resort so you guys can kind of see it. Maybe I'll even do, I haven't done like a Maui type walk and talk. I'll have to have a wheelchair that I'll do a push and talk, have the kids push me, we'll have some fun. I'll try to do a live stream so you guys can see what it's like. So everybody have a great, let me go up here, get ready. A great morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on wherever you're at. And I'll catch you on the next one.